Hi, I'm Tanic Sims 2, but you can call me Tanny, and it's been a while, huh? So if you thought I had died, I have some bad news because I am actually still alive right now. I just checked, sorry to disappoint you. I wasn't arrested either. They let me go since they didn't have enough evidence. Anyway, who wants to play The Sims 2 for PSP? It's me. The answer is me. I want to play it. If I can remember the controls. So what happened last time? I didn't mean to do that ominous zoom in. What happened last time? I got a house which I've lost. No, it's right. Okay, so I freeloaded a ride. Oh, trash. I freeloaded a ride off Duncan, and I got given this house for free. Basically, it wasn't for free. It was basically whatever I had in my pocket, wasn't it? But Bella gave it to me because, of course, a real gothic queen would recognise another real gothic queen. Welcome to your new... Why are we shouting? Welcome to your new home. I think they're making fun of me because my name is Tanny. The majestic Espiritu estate. To buy, sell, or rearrange your furniture, just pick up the telephone in the front room and call buy mode. To redecorate your rooms, pick up that same telephone and call design. Now kick back and relax. Well, they're very enthusiastic. Oh, it just forced me. It forced me to talk to her. Dum-de-dum, cleaning the house. Eek. Eek. Oh, you scared me. I thought you were another what? Oh, nothing. What are you doing here? I'm the new owner. Bella Goth gave me the keys on her way out of town. Oh no, not Miss Bella. You're going to be doing a lot of that, you know, missing Bella. I'm the replacement Bella. She was so nice, and I thought that finally I'd found someone who might stay. Oh, I've got two options. Oh, eeny meeny. What's wrong with this place, or you go through a lot of owners? I'm going to ask that one first because it's the second option, and I feel like they want me to go with the first option, but I'm not going to let this game tell me what I should do. I hate it when they talk like in essays. When I press start recording on OBS, all my brain cells migrate to my toes. And I don't really have a lot of brain cells to spare. Yeah. Anyway, she says no one ever stays here for more than a week. After a while, seeing so many people come and go, it's just as lonely as having no one at all. That's sad. Why do they leave? Does the roof leak or something? Even if it did, you wouldn't notice out here in the desert, would you? I suppose not. What's the problem then? Actually, I feel a lot more disrespected than just saying, I suppose not. I don't think that was very, very kind. I guess they just don't like me. I try to be a good maid, I keep everything clean, but I just can't make them happy. I feel a bit bad. I have some empathy right now. There, I'm sure you're an excellent maid. It has to be something else. Or I would turn the tables and psychologically attack her. And I say, if you're that horrible, why don't they just fire you? I'm feeling in that sort of mood. I'm gonna go with that one. Well, they can't. I mean, I'm sort of stuck here. You are an NPC. You know, it's part of your contract. Stuck? Stuck how? Oh dear, this is just so hard to explain, especially to a newcomer. And now I've got 3 options. The hardest decision to make. Try me, I'm pretty smart. Come on, you can talk to me. I pay your salary, so you better tell me everything you know. I'm feeling a bit arrogant, I'm a bit cocky. I'm sure she'll try to humble me. There you go, she's humbled me. I think it will be easier if I show you what's going on. Alright, why don't you take a walk around the house, peek into a few of the rooms. This sounds suspicious, doesn't it? I don't exactly, how can I trust this woman though? What if, humour me on this one. What if she is the problem? I think we should all be asking ourselves, are we the problem? No, everyone else is. What exactly am I looking for? You'll see, trust me. I don't like these mind games. I'm not here for mind games. I'm here for this game, but not mind games. I like games of the Sims variety, not the mind variety. Check out the music room and the master bedroom specifically. Alright, I'll talk to you in a moment, or this better be good. I'm just gonna say alright. Alright. I've received a new goal. Hold on, how do I see my goal? No, bear with me. Look at all these goals. That's too many. Right, I've got to explore the Espiritu estate, track down this Dr. Nulo. I just did air quotes like you would see. Toy. Meet Isaac Rossum, meet Hazel Dente, meet Loki Beaker. That's a lot to ask. I've just moved in, right? Not expecting so much of me. Wow, how spacious. I can't wait to redecorate. I'm so excited. Anyway, new house tour. I got this massive spacious room. I have a kitchen and automatic doors to the outside that kind of looks like a medieval torturing hall. I love that this is a mansion. This is majestic. And this is the guest bedroom, I'm assuming. This is probably not the master bedroom. You got this jail cell bed. I mean, no wonder Bella was just handing it to me. Anyway, I've seen the music room and... Right, I'm trying to not, like, get spooked because I know that would be a bit cringe if I start screaming. I did get a bit spooked, I'm sorry. I just received a new goal. I get spooked and they think, you've got more stuff to do. I think that's really unkind. It's almost like I'm the main character, not preposterous. Forgetting I can zoom in and you can look at how... Oh my god, stop! And I'm losing sanity. And in the game, I'm losing sanity as well. Change appearance, self-medicate, and a body skill point and play. Well, I want to get out of here. And I think this is the master bedroom. Wow, this is even more like a prison. I can't wait to redecorate. I'm so excited. I love this university linoleum floor with a single toilet. He can go through I don't like that. No, actually. Oh, I didn't like that. And if you think I'm like... No, if you think I'm like putting this on, you know, to be like funny or whatever, no, I'm actually really, my blood pressure is, my sanity is in the gutter. I said that, I think I manifested this drop, now I'm in the red. Change appearance, even though I'm gorgeous the way I am. Even though I'm gorgeous the way I am, I want to change appearance, but the thing is, I don't have a mirror. I would have to buy one. And if there is a mirror... Oh, there's a secret. That's more important. I forget. It's been so long that I forgot that you have to collect the secrets. I forgot that was like a part of this. What I should have done is I should have maybe done a test run, like a dummy run, before I recorded this, but actually I think it's funnier if I am incompetent. I think that's more entertaining. Yeah, thank you. Secrets of the Undead. Zombies don't literally want brains. They just want a decent education. Is that why they introduced zombies with university? Do you think that's why? Hello, ma'am, you look lovely today. Stop. I can either be like, what's with all this? I can't even thank her. I think the implication is maybe I should be a little annoyed. I didn't sign up for ghosts. What's with all the formality? Or I can just be quite cold and say hello. I'm gonna say what's with all the formality just because if you ask a question, I think that's what the game wants you to do, and I change my mind depending on my mood, whether I want to rebel or not. I barely know you, ma'am. Perhaps if we were friends, I could speak more casually. Oh, I'll keep that in mind. So what can I do for you? This house is haunted. It's almost like it's called the Espiritu Estate. I can't think what Espiritu would be referring to. With all these ghosts around, I should start charging rent. I'm not a fortune sim, am I? No, I don't think so. Can you be fortune in this game? I think so. You can be like creativity or craft. What am I? I'm just having an existential crisis because I've forgotten what aspiration I even am. I think I'm knowledge. Am I knowledge? Well, I'm not doing a very good job of being a knowledge sim if I am one because I don't know. Oh, nothing. Just thought I'd bother you. See ya. I'm going to actually inquire about rent because this house is very big. I can't imagine how the bills are, you know. Well, I don't think you'll get much money out of our friends here, but I think I know what she's going to tell me about. And I like to play this game as if I've never played it before. Also, you know, if you're watching and you haven't played it before, maybe you might benefit from... I don't know. Why do you watch this? Why do you watch these videos? Just accost you in them. During this video, like, why do you watch these? Yes and no. Yes. It's a yes. Time to talk about something else. No, I know what she wants to inform me about a game feature. So, yes. You could invite a couple of roommates to stay here if you wanted to. It's either really and I could charge them rent or time to talk about something else. Okay, I'm just gonna, I could charge them rent. Is that loud? Is that legal? Rent might be a bit much. I think that might be against a zoning regulation or something. Then what's the point? Or time to talk about something else. I'm still gonna ask. She says, what? Aside from friendship? It just sounds really sarcastic when it's in the capitals. Like, are you making fun of me? I don't blame you. I have been a bit cringy today. I'm sorry, I'm really rusty. It's been so long that the last time I got my mic out, there was a dead spider on the wire. So this spider had lived its life and died in the time it took for me to get my mic out. Because I've been working on other projects and I already had a lot of the voiceover stuff recorded. You're not here for that. Anyway, back to Emily. She says, let me see, they could help you pay the utility bills. So if I invite some roommates to stay here, my bills get cheaper. Or I can say, wow, that's so interesting and helpful. Thank you so much, Emily. No, I'm just kidding. I can say, time to talk about something else. If you want to put it in the most selfish possible way, then yes. How do I get a roommate? And I actually do say something else. I can say, interesting. I'll think about it. Actually, I'm sure we are so bored of roommates now. If like we ever need to utilize that feature, I never have before. Hypothetically, if I ever played this game before. I don't know why I keep up that, but interesting, I'll think about it because I'm actually bored now. And yet she still wants my attention. I am pretty irresistible, aren't I? I can't do any of these things because I don't have a mirror or a wardrobe. Oh, players for... My hair just fell out. No, like... like my hair clip. I can't do any of these things in my own house. And I actually can't be bothered to renovate right now. I would like to renovate this episode. Because I think that would be really, really fun. For me, not for you. Anyway, she still wants my attention. Oh, she didn't tell me what she was meant to tell me. Because I'm like, can I get a roommate? Can I get some more money? I know. Fine. Hello. Oh, she wants to talk about the ghost. Oh, yeah. I guess that is a more pressing topic right now than worrying about rent. Right. This house is haunted. Haunted is such an ugly word. I like to say occupied. I love you, my woke, politically correct queen. It's occupied by some big, mean, scary ghosts. I was going to be like, oh, that's a bit much, but actually, they did scare me a few times. Almost enough to say naughty words. I don't care what you call it, I'm out of here. No, actually, I do need a place to live. And I really want to renovate it. I really want to renovate this house. I'm going to insult the ghosts. Oh no, please don't run away. There are only 3 ghosts. And they are all really nice. I don't know why I said all. I promise. 3, I only saw 1 or 2. What could that possibly be meaning, referring to, implying, suggesting? She can't count. Let's just go with, like, maybe she can't count. Oh, well, I meant to. Yes, only 2 ghosts, and I just found a secret, which I guess the secret is, she can't count. Well, they're trying to kill me. I think that's really dramatic. They're just lonely. The ghosts have all been trapped here so very long. They'll do anything for attention. They should be YouTubers because that's relatable. And now I'm gonna show off my ignorance about ghosts. Can't they just move on? Oh, I was meant to do a pause, sorry. Can't they just move on? Go into the light or something? No, silly, it doesn't work that way. These people turned into ghosts because they can't leave. That's deep. Why not? Don't you ever watch any movies? Ghosts hang around because they have unfinished business. Like what? Like Dennis. Is that their unfinished business? Dennis. No, I'm sorry. That was really... I formally and sincerely apologise. Like Dennis, the ghost in the music room, he says he used to be the richest man in town until he married Hazel Dente. I love this gossip, this drama. For such a small little cul-de-sac, I don't know, little neighbourhood. There's a lot of drama and a lot of gossip. It could be a soap opera. I love that. Anyway, what happened? Because I'm nosy, I need to know. He mysteriously died and she took all his money. No, she didn't. And then I'm gonna make it about me. Remind me to never meet her. Someone died. I am selfish. This is a selfish character. I am pretty hot though. Look at me. I think I'm allowed to be a bit arrogant, a bit selfish. It happened when he was swimming in the pool. He turned around for a second and suddenly the ladder was gone. Gasp! I'm sorry, it's just not a laughing matter. That's what happened with Skip. Skip broke. It was very sad, very tragic. Not preventable. There was nothing you can do. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's I don't need to point it out that it's a Sims joke. Meta. He couldn't get out the pool. He swam and swam, but eventually he drowned. I guess that would be what would happen. I don't mean it's like, oh, that's sad, but inevitable. Okay, right. How do you know it was really Hazel? Did he see her do it? I read ahead. I'm like, I know I was just saying I'm allowed to be a bit insensitive. It's alright if you're hot. Actually, I'm gonna call Emily. No, this isn't Emily's problem. This is mine. I'm gonna call Tanny out. Anyway, what Emily says is, well, no one actually saw it, and the police never found the body, so Dennis never got a proper burial. Now I'm all, does that really matter? Yeah, it does. Of course it does. Unless Dennis gets buried with honor, he'll never get any closure, and he'll be stuck here forever. So if I find Dennis's remains and bury them, he'll get out of my music room. Wow. I love that it's this big music room and it's you just got like the little table and a radio. Yes, if you want to be completely selfish about it. You know what, Emily? Call me out. Make me acknowledge the errors of my ways. Queen. I'm sorry, this is just such a shock. I didn't mean to be rude. Yeah, you did. Be honest. Oh, this is an honest answer. Hey, this is my house. You've had it like 3 seconds. Grow up. I'll do whatever it takes to kick these ghosts out for good. This is really ghost phobic of me, actually. You are so mean. I'm on Emily's side. I am. You are so mean, Tanny. And let's just leave her to calm down. I really need to get my sanity up. Should I just buy stuff? It's like real life. I was gonna see if I could go out and do the zombie game thing because I think that's what my want of play is referring to, and I really need some sanity because it is in the gutter. Welcome to the buy mode telephone catalogue. You can use our handy user-friendly interface to buy, place, and customize all the... Okay, I've got so much to read. Like I said, my brain cells are on my toes right now. To buy something new, move the cursor to an empty spot on the floor and press X to bring up the catalogue. It's early on Saturday morning. Why... Shut up. To edit an existing piece of furniture, first press X. I'm sorry, I am actually going to skip ahead. Some items need to be placed on walls. Move the cursor against a wall to highlight it. To sell a piece of furniture, simply select it and press square. Are we done? Awesome. Good. I want to get a medicine cabinet. Oh, on the wall, sorry. Oh, that's... I don't mean the sink, but I want the medicine cabinet. What? Why can't I do a full... Okay. Got it. I'm gonna get the medicine cabinet. And I spent half of my money. Done. I have to pay money. Literally 1984 right now. I don't have either of those. So why do I want to self-medicate? Actually, let me see. I'm not nauseous and I'm not headachy. I'm getting hungry. I can't use this as a mirror. It's not a mirror. What I usually would do when playing this game, like by myself, and not caring so much about, you know, being a bit more linear, I guess. If I need a skill point or something, instead of buying the required appliance, furniture, whatever, I just go into the neighbors' houses and use their facilities. Actually, you know what? I am actually gonna do that. I'm just gonna go oh, trash. I'm just gonna invade this person's house, Dente's house. Okay, so do you have... No, I don't want to talk to you, sorry, I just want to use your house really quick. No? I'm not even gonna, like, greet them and be like, hi, can I just use your wardrobe? That wouldn't work, would it? Well, the icon... Why am I pointing? You can't see me. So the icon... Pointing again. The icon of change appearance is a wardrobe, right? Also... Oh no. Oh my god, what do I do? I'm stuck. I can't move. I can't even look at my cards. Can I call someone? Oh my god. I broke it. I haven't saved either, so I can't return to like a point. So I can't return to a point, like a more recent point. I would have to start over from where I last saved. This is karma for me being cheap and not just buying the objects for my own house. This actually prevented me from finishing it the first time I ever played this. This happened. So you'd think I would know the importance of saving. No. I'm not sure if there is like something I can do to continue where I am. Probably not. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm going to stop recording and I'll reload my save and I'll do everything that I've already done. I'll do it as close to as what I did before. I probably will buy the furniture that I need instead of mooching off other people, because it does not... This is what happens. See you in a cut in a second because editing, you know. Bye. It was all a horrible, bad dream. Does Duncan want me? I haven't actually done the playthrough again. I just started. Yeah, Duncan wants to talk to me. Oh, okay, we've got some new material at least. I didn't talk to Duncan. Sorry if I was meant to. I guess I was meant to because he had the exclamation mark. He just wants me to review this place, and it's like, that's the last thing on my mind right now. Like, you do not understand what just happened, Duncan. I'm reserving judgment until I've seen a bit more of it. I'm gonna have major deja vu. My thoughts exactly. You know, we have been having a bit of trouble here lately. Why does everyone want me to fix their problems? What kind of trouble? All kinds of trouble. Do you want to hear about the graveyard or the garbage man? What's up with the graveyard? What about the garbage man? I don't know, they both sound so fascinating. I'm actually intrigued by both. You choose, yeah, please. He's gonna start with the garbage man then. Again, the gossip, the drama, the soap opera. Okay. He's missing. Missing? Gone. Haven't you noticed all the trash lying around? I can't find him to save my life. It's your job, hun. Where could he have gone? I have no idea, but if you find him, you should tell him to get back to work. His name's Jimmy Brinker. You should tell him to get back to work. Not, you alright, hun? You okay, Jimmy? Like, where have you been? Are you alright? You know, something could have happened. Like, like really bad. This literally 1984. Where should I look for a missing garbage man? Well, I'm sure people have already looked, right? Well, I mean, the way Duncan talks about him, like, if you find him, tell him he's got to go back to work. Doesn't sound like they're really prioritising finding him, to be honest. If I knew that, do you think he'd still be missing? Actually, yeah, with your attitude. Maybe not. What about your graveyard problem? Oh, this whole neighbourhood was built on a graveyard. Isn't that kind of disrespectful? Was I not the one disrespectful earlier when I was all, why does he need a proper burial? I'm sorry, but my character, Tanny, she may be gorgeous and stunning and beautiful and gothic, but I was a bit of a bitch saying that about Dennis. There's a secret over there. I pointed again. Anyway, there's a secret here. I'll zoom in. Isn't that kind of disrespectful? Tell me about it. The dead around here are really ticked off too. How can you tell? Because I gotta spend every night up here sticking them back in their graves. They get out of their graves? Of course, wouldn't you if someone built a house on your head? I guess so. I've never really thought about it. Maybe that's my problem, my privilege. Hey, if you want to make some money, come back here any time and pick up that shovel over there. Thanks, I guess. Well, that's everything. Oh, and if you could pick up some of this garbage while Jimmy is away, which I've already been doing because I love the environment. You'll give me money? Ha, that's a good one. Selling garbage to a cop. Who would think of a thing like that? And all I can do is wait for sarcasm to end. Try selling it to shopkeepers. There's a recycling program and they can make a nice profit. Okay, thanks. See ya. I am gonna get this secret. So maybe this was a blessing in disguise, actually, I think, because I didn't realise I had to talk to Duncan, and I didn't see the secret. Secrets of the Undead, again. All very morbid here. The living dead prefer to use the more inclusive term. Sorry, hold on. Domino's just texted me. He said, you can have 1,000,000 pizzas for free for the rest of you. No, they didn't say that. Respiratorily challenged. Trouble breathing, yeah. How funny. Some trash here. What am I... What happened there? Oh. No! No! Oh my god. Why? Why am I still here just to suffer? This is so sad. It's like the universe was like, you are not playing this game today. You are not recording. Should I release this? Like all this? Even though it's an absolute disaster. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like once, shame on the game, right? It's happened twice. Shame on me. Honestly, I think I deserve this. I don't know what it's karma for, but I deserve it. Well, I can't move. Again. And again. I haven't saved. I didn't even get to do the house renovation. Okay, what I will do is do what I said I was gonna do in the first place, which was stop recording and go again, and catch up. I'm so sorry, this is a mess. This is pure chaos in a bad way. In the worst way. I'm gonna try and repeat what I've done with Duncan, with getting the secret, with getting with moving into a spiritual estate and meeting the ghosts and Emily. I'll do all that again off camera, and I'll save to hopefully prevent losing all this gameplay. And then I will, hopefully that will be alright. And what I will then do is hopefully, provided that all goes well and I catch up and I do everything again, I think I'll do the house renovation. And like I'll probably end it there. And then I think in the next episode we can do goal completion. Probably do the Dente house goals. I'll go there. I can't believe this. Of course this would happen. right? Why wouldn't it? I'm gonna do it all off camera and I'm gonna cry. What would you do if I just suddenly could move? No, I can't. No, that's great. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Bye, love you. I'm gonna do the gameplay off camera and then I'm gonna go outside and cry. I'm gonna go outside and touch grass and I'm gonna cry as I do it. Hello, voiceover Tanny here. I'm back from touching grass and crying, so I'm ready now to try this again. I said I would do everything again off camera, but that was a little bit of a fib because I recorded it all anyway, you know, just so I have proof. Anyway, I collected some trash and secrets and talked to Duncan again. It's bad enough having to talk to Duncan once, let alone twice. Also, since it was still the middle of the night, I figured I would also do the zombie game to get some extra money. And as you can see, I'm really good at it. I got 92 simoleons and nausea, so you know, that's a pretty normal working day for me. It didn't fulfill the play want like I thought it would though, but it fulfilled my play want in real life. And like I always say, when you play wants based, you as the controller, your wants count too. No, I don't just say that to justify going against my Sims wishes. What are you talking about? Then I went inside my new house and spoke to Emily, and you can all be thankful that I didn't have my mic connected when recording this because I had to get spooked again, and even though I knew it was coming, I got very frightened. I also saved after basically everything I did, so if I did break the game again, I could at least restore from a more recent save point, because it's just like what my grandma used to say: soft lock me once, shame on you. Soft lock me thrice, then maybe I am just very bad at this game and angered it. Shame on me. Alright, I think that was everything I needed to do. But before I hand you all back over to Gameplay Tanny, I also bought the medicine cabinet again since Tanny was nauseous and wanted to self-medicate. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. Back to you in the studio, Gameplay Tanny. Thank you, voiceover Tanny. God, I hate her. Anyway, you may be wondering why I am standing outside, and that is because I am about to do a very dramatic reveal of the new and improved Espiritu Estate. Yes, that's right. I renovated the place off camera all by myself, and I don't think you're ready for what you're about to see. Okay, close your eyes, don't look yet. I'm going to show you each room in design mode so I don't get bamboozled by the ghosts and lose all my sanity, right? Right, get ready. Open your eyes. This is the small bedroom. I made it as gothic as possible. I chose a grey wallpaper and a nice brown carpet because I'm never going to use this room. So I made it look like the worst room. It's the most boring room on purpose because you're never going in there. And now we have the medieval torture hall room. Every house needs one. And the game wanted to stifle my creativity by not letting me choose the wallpaper. So I rebelled and I put a carpet here. You wouldn't expect a carpet here. It's like the kitchen in the Tinker household in Blue Water Village. They have a carpet in their kitchen. I think it's a bold choice, you know? And I think it says you're a rebellious, creative, artistic spirit who doesn't care what anyone thinks. And that's what I was going for with the room where I will not torture people in. Next room, the bathroom. I can't remember which one, but it's the bathroom 1. Bathroom 1. See, he loves it. It's so good, and it's not gaudy at all, that, you know, he just has to come in and take a look, you know, really immerse himself in. Look, he loves it. He's coming back for more. He's obsessed because look at this. I think it's really creative. Who would think to put carpet in a bathroom? No one, except me. You wouldn't expect it, and I think that's what makes it so good, right? I love the green wallpaper and the paneling. It looks really classy. I like the lone toilet just facing the door. I think that's really nice. It's always good to have company when you're in the bathroom, I think. Just a really simple like design, you know, and colour scheme. Now this is the best room in the house. It's the master bedroom. What I was going for with this room is that when you're in it, you feel like you're in hell. Because again, who puts tiling on a bedroom wall with this linoleum funky pattern? You know, you wouldn't think to do that. But I did. This room's kind of boring. It's the music room. I think I too would just be like idly floating, hovering around in this very empty room because I stole the radio and table from in here because I'm not going in here to listen to music because I don't want to be near this ghost. But yeah, again, it's a room I don't want to use, so I made it really ugly, you know, like the other rooms are so beautiful that, you know, I want them to pop, I want them to stand out. You gotta have some sort of mediocrity. That's how you succeed. The kitchen isn't very exciting, and that's because I'm not going to be in there much. I'm going to be mooching off other people. I'll be in their kitchen, so I probably won't cook either. Emily can cook. I don't see why someone as gorgeous as Tanny would need to cook, you know, like I can get someone else to do that. I thought the gold sink was really daring. I love it. And you got a great view of the medieval torture room, I think. And you can admire the carpet and how the artist, the renovator who put carpet there, you can admire their work. And it was me, by the way, I did that. And this room is, you've already seen it a bit because I'm in here, right? Now, this was a daring, bold choice, right? Purple and green, not good together, right? They look awful. Not in this room though. See, Emily loves it. She can't believe that she lived in such squalor. You know, this gross house. Absolutely no class, no elegance, and no creativity. You know, she loves it. Yeah, so the point is it's all about contrast and how you wouldn't expect purple with green. I like to subvert people's expectations of art. But my favourite part, my favourite part of this room is the green carpet, and that was a purposeful choice as well because I wanted it to look like grass so you can feel like you're outside without actually being outside, and I think that's really good and healthy. And then I couldn't find any more funny things. I couldn't think of how to make this bathroom funny, so I just didn't. No, I think it's okay. If you've got two bathrooms, if at least one of them is a bit funky with carpet and you feel like, it feels like the toilet at Wetherspoons. For you non-British people who don't know, or if you're under... Or if you're under 18 or 21, depending on where you are, you may not, well, you can, because they do food, you know, you can go there. Although one time I went in, I wanted to go in just for a pizza at like 3 p.m. The bouncers were outside and they had to ask for my ID. I think I was like 21 at this point and here the age is 18, but it was 3 p.m. and there were families inside. And I just wanted one of the pizzas. So that's what we're dealing with. Bouncers outside at 3 p.m. IDing you when you just want a pizza. That's the sort of vibe of Wetherspoons. And the toilet is equally, I believe one could refer to it as a liminal space because it really is. You feel like time stops. You've entered another dimension when you're in the Spoons toilet. And that's what I wanted to do with the other bathroom. Not this one. This one's just a regular toilet room. Maybe my other bathroom should have bouncers. Maybe if I do get a roommate, I'll just make them be bouncers and you have to give your ID just to go in and do bathroom stuff. That sounded really creepy. Back to the beginning, we've already seen this room, but I know it's so unique. You may think, oh, that's a new room. No, it's not. I'm done. A great house, right? And this is where I put the radio. I put it right by the front door, so you will be forced to listen to the music when you come in. And absolutely no furniture. I did buy a bed for this room. Oh, and that was another thing, because I couldn't show you in design mode. I put it right by the door. And I put it there so you can just, like, run. You know, you can escape at any point. The best decision you could ever make with your bedroom, put your bed by the door. You feel exposed and dangerous. And it's kind of exhilarating and thrilling. I'm in the wrong job. I should be a home renovator. I'll come to your houses and I'll make them gorgeous like this one. I am sure you are bored of my voice now. And you are begging me to stop. You are telling me, no, you gotta stop now, Tanny. Maybe you didn't touch enough grass. Please stop. Please end the video now. And I'm like, I agree. Actually, before I break the game for the third time, let's leave it here. Okay, I'm in serious Tanny mode now. Thank you for watching and for being so patient and understanding as always. I appreciate that it can be quite frustrating how I don't upload regularly or consistently. I've been doing this thing, you might have heard of it, it's called struggling. No. Serious Tanny. Okay, basically a lot has happened in my life since last year that has made me not able to create as much, unfortunately, and I've also been trying to prioritize the Blue Water Village video, which I understand. That's why I'm trying to work out some more regular content like this series, hopefully, and also a short series. I've posted a poll. By this point, by the time I'm recording this, I'll have a poll up. See if you're interested in little technical tidbits. Oops, spoiler of the name. A short series where I go over some common bugs, errors, why they happen, and how you can fix them if there is a fix. Yeah, I'm trying to also work on the Blue Water Village video. Most of my time is spent on that one. Why is it taking about a million years? Because yeah, like I said, just life has not been, well, it's been life. Sorry if you know what I mean. I really am. Yeah, Emily just waved. I think she's like, Tanny, please. I will come out of the computer screen, ring style, and I will forcibly disconnect your mic. You need to leave. You need to shut up. So I will. For now. But first, I do just need to do my outro. Please remember to stay safe, be good, and most of all, happy simming. I hope to see you again really soon. If it's not with the Blue Water Village video, it may be with the shorts series, or it could be another episode of this. What do you think? Does that sound good? I mean, if you got this far, then you probably, for some reason, like my content. Oh, Tanny's getting sleepy, so I will actually, I've already said my outro, so I have no reason to be talking still. Okay, bye. 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 Goodbye. Okay, I love you. Bye.